At Vibe Finance, we seek out the hidden gems in cryptocurrency. We will tailor your portfolio to work for you. Are you ready to transition your investments from traditional markets to cryptocurrency? Are your coins staked and earning interest? Are you overwhelmed with all the jargon in crypto? Is your portfolio underperforming and you want to reposition into consistent winning blue chip coins and viable projects? Do you feel like you missed out on DeFi, Metaverse, and NFTs? Here at Viber Finance, we provide you with the data, skills, and tools you need to stay on top of the digital asset market. Viber Finance. We are the future of crypto.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Vibra Live. Was thinking about bumping it back a little. Probably going to start doing 11 p.m. from now on instead of 10:30. I saw that the captain has a stream going now. Randy Hilarski's going right now. So I like watching his streams. So probably going to bump it back to 11 p.m. 11 p.m. moving forward, so we can not step on each other's toes. I can kind of check out Randy's streams, be in the chat with all my peoples. Alan, what up, my man? Running on fumes, wanted to throw my 2 cents in. Attaboy. Appreciate you stopping in. Bobby, my man. Davis, what up, brother? Yeah, bro, 1K. What's really funny, we had like 995, and it took 3 days to get the final 5. And then in 1 day, we're at almost like 1,050 now. So I don't know what the hell is going on with the shadow banning, but hopefully that shit is gone, because I don't think we've gotten 40 subscribers in a day since the channel started. So it is nice, bro. Jack, what up? What up? Think you're gonna like tonight's stream. Got some tinfoil hat stuff. Was talking to some people behind the scenes about the Pdai Atropa stuff. And just trying to wrap my head around what the hell is going on. Viewsy, what's going on? I'm trying to figure it out. You know, I'm convinced at this point it's not going to end badly. There's too much liquidity, LP being burnt. I think if it was to rug pull, it would have happened already. And this is an anonymous project that is benefiting everybody. I haven't heard, except for a few people that came in here and said, you know, the bullion coin, it got rugged. I don't know what happened. They might have bought the wrong contract. But for the most part, people aren't getting destroyed. It's a good thing. People are talking about PulseChain. We're staying relevant at the worst time for the community. When Richard is being sued, the SEC is breathing down his throat. We're being called scammers left and right. The prices are down 99% on both hexes. PulseX down 90%. I mean, it couldn't get worse to people outside or on the fence looking at crypto or at PulseChain specifically or at Richard Hart. So having Pdai and Atropa and Teddy come and burst on the scene and kind of take all the attention and divert it away from the toxicity, I couldn't be happier with what's going on right now. It's good for the whole ecosystem. And I'm starting to see the guys that were around when I first got into Hex, all the OGs and the streamers from back in the day. I think they're starting to change their tone. Now that this has gone on for well over a month, it's growing, it's getting bigger, and now bridging over to Ethereum, it's like you can't ignore this now. If you want PulseChain to survive, want it to thrive, you want new eyes to come, what better way to do it than entice current bag holders and whales on ETH with all this, the LP shenanigans that I don't even know, the LP, what's the word for it? Glory that's going on right now. Shout out to Bobby. Russ, what up, my man? Shaq, that peg. Yeah, bro. I'm curious to see what happens with this. You know, looking at PulseChain pumping up a little bit. And right now there's the inverse relationship with PulseChain and Pdai and Atropa. When Pulse kind of goes up, Atropa and Pdai retrace. And I really think the goal of Pdai, Atropa, all this is to kind of shed light on a new way of doing things in DeFi, the new way of providing LP, all these different pairs that Atropa is pairing up with that is boosting the entire ecosystem. This is Hart's Law playing out right in front of our faces. And if you don't like this or you don't see it, then just stay away and don't talk shit on it. Don't bash it. Just let it go. This is awesome right now. Hex Made, what up? What up? Hex Monkey, appreciate you stopping in. Davis, happy with it for sure. How can you not be, bro? Like, nobody's getting hurt that I can tell, that I can see. More people are making fortunes and making tons of money than people are getting wrecked, as far as I can see. So I can't hate on that at all. Also, go into nature and enjoy life. Best market can't stop you. That is 100% true, Hex Monkey. You got to go outside and step away. I was just down at a bachelor party this weekend down in the Hudson Valley in New York, and we rented an Airbnb literally on a mountain. And it was just, it's great to get away and be outside. We went golfing, we went skeet shooting, went fishing. You got to get outside. And that's why I want to build Hexico. I want to have farms around the country, like compounds that are not off the grid, but self-sufficient, where we can have streaming studios, have people that can come and hang out, and just build them every 4 to 6 hours around the country so we can have our own infrastructure. That's where this is going. I think our community, we need to decentralize. I was talking to Hexray Vision and the decentralized farming, that app that's coming. I forget his name right now, but we were in a spaces a month or so ago, 2-3 weeks ago, and he's got his own warehouse and production facility, and his goal is so the consumers, the buyers, can shake hands with their producers and meet the farmers that are growing and selling them their food. And I really like that. I'm super supportive of that type stuff, and I'm going to be building my own Hexico for sure. Cody got into that money from Zach's stream yesterday, made like 5x while sleeping. That a boy, Cody. I was looking at that too, and same thing. Pulse Reflections, as of, when was this tweet? As of an hour ago. The biggest gainer is PRS, up 40%. And I think money it was a bigger gainer, but it's not showing because it's a new coin. I don't know if it has to get to a certain market cap, a certain liquidity, a certain length for it to show up on the daily gainers there. But shout out Zach, Pulse Reflections crushing it. Money crushing it. Let's check out the charts here. All right, we're about to lose a zero. We lost it short. We lost it temporarily. We just keep bouncing back and forth. I don't know who's on this damn 1 minute chart here, but I swear it's got to be Alan. Must have access to my deck screener. He must have hacked me, got my password, because I swear that was not me on the 1 minute charts. Would the play eventually to be in Pulse? I thought so at first, but if you had done that from the beginning and just went into Pulse and ignored all this, you'd be getting wrecked. Between Atropa and Pdai and Teddy and Down and Legal and what's the other? There's one more I'm forgetting about. Oh, the MV coin. There's so many of them. There's the man. There he is, the man who doesn't sleep. What up? What up? Coming in at what time? Watching the sunrise in Portugal, stopping in. What a legend. So bullish and confident, haven't took profit from getting in the middle of AUG. I'm not scared. Atta boy. Hex Made. You gotta hodl. It's never easy. I'm telling people this now. If you're new to crypto, you haven't been in a bull market or seen when shit gets crazy, it's never easy right now. You hear these stories of guys that bought $100 and turned it into $400,000 or whatever it is. Your temptation to sell is so hard because you start to see a red candle and there go all your profits immediately. So you don't want to lose out on your profits, but you sell out and it pumps up. Then you start getting that FOMO again. So it never is easy. That's why I always take a portion of my bag and just send it to my never touch bag. If I'm confident in holding it, like with this ecosystem right now, it's Teddy, Atropa, and Pdai. And down. The down would be my fourth, but the top three, I have some in a wallet that I'm never touching, and then I have my kind of scalp trading bag that when I'm here putting streams together, just degenerating around, I try to buy the bottoms and sell the tops and just kind of stack bags. We're talking about Alex from Hedron. No, I'm talking about Zach from Pulse Reflections, who was on the stream last night. I would definitely love to have Alex on here from Hedron. He is a legend, and when he combines to the one coin, I'm going to be super bullish on that. I also got in on money. Nope, didn't sell any of my 8X. Call me dumb. There you go. Hex made. You're the one that's laughing right now. Look at the chart. You know, it dumped down and that dip got bought up immediately. And it went from that almost 6,500, it pumped up over 40%. And now it's going sideways. You know, so you sell out of your bag. That's why I always keep some just in case. You know, it can't hurt to keep 15%. Because if these coins go where I think they can, you know, with what's going on right now in the ecosystem, this is something way bigger than I thought. I think it's way bigger than bringing Pdai to $1. I think this is bridging the gap between Ethereum and PulseChain and bringing the users from the old L1s into the new wave of DeFi and bringing Atropa over there. You're already starting to see the power of Atropa in all these different pairs around here with Frax shares, with Zen Classic especially. I've been accumulating this coin for a while when it was dumping after this run up. And as soon as the Atropa pair came, what do you know? The chart started looking so similar to Pdai and the other coins. And Hart's Law, again, is playing out right in front of our face. You got to love this. So, Erwin, there's new coins that are coming out every single day that are being launched by the 414 wallet. And I had Zach on last night, and he's the community leader, one of the admins for Pulse Reflections and the Pdai Telegram group. And he dropped some gravy on the stream last night that the money coin right here, the contract, if you just put in MONAT money, it's the newest one that was deployed yesterday. So they're up to like 52 coins deployed by the Atropa wallet. And I got into it last night. I bought a little bit and it did like a 20x or something insane like that from the bottom. But from the stream last night at like 9:30, it's done over 3x. So you got to love it. And but you got to be so careful because no one knows which ones of these are going to rub. You know, and no one knows what the point of these are, which ones actually are going to potentially have a use case if up and down are going to be used and legal. Like there's something going on with the down token. You know, it's being used because it's trading inversely to DAI and Atropa. So when that goes down, this goes up. When DAI and Atropa go up, down goes down. So just trying to wrap my head on everything going on. It's crazy right now. I'm holding that Teddy, Atropa, and DAI for dear life. Attaboy, Julian. Let's see. Hold on to Teddy by the first 10 exit. They feel smart after pumping another 20. Yeah, and Teddy has everything going for it. It's the new meme coin of the community. When you have Moonbee, who's got I think the biggest meme coin following in the community, and that Ian chilling it every day on their stream, seeing the biggest whale of the Teddy coin wants to see this thing thrive, wants to get a great logo for it, wants to start creating liquidity pools for it, wants to see the coin do well, is not going to take profits on it until I think until it reaches some crazy market cap. He already took his money out. So there's diamond-handed people in these projects. It's unlike anything else I've seen in crypto, where it's just a race to make as much money as possible and get out. And this is different. People are winning everywhere. So I have a bad feeling about it because it's never been seen. But then you look at what's going on and the track record, it speaks for itself. So all the fears I have, they kind of get rinsed away by the evidence of what's actually happening on chain. You can time and stream. Can you do a mini TA on Pdai retracement targets? Yeah, bro. So it's the more liquidity that comes into it, I think the less it's going to retrace. Jesus, where is it now? I have so many coins on here. I can't even find it. There it is. All right. So the Atropa with 13 million in liquidity now. So the more the liquidity comes in, I think the faster and the faster the dips are going to get bought up, but the less severe they're going to be. I don't think we're going to see, like, you see these huge wicks, but the price is only dipping 20% every time. And then they're getting bought up. So, I mean, I'm not much of a TA guy, but if you look, what I do is I look to see the resistance points before. So if you look at this on September 7th, where it had hit resistance points at like 1600 and 1630, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times right here, 6, 7 times before it broke through. So, and then you see it ran up, and then on the way back down, it bounced right off of these resistance points right here. And it's not coincidence. It's what happens pretty much everywhere. So this run up here, it bounced back. So I would look for it to come back to these, let's see, right up here. So like the 1900 to the 1800 range. And then if it breaks below there, I don't think it's going below 1600. So you saw it here. There you go. You know, it broke down below, and it tapped down to 1680 and bounced right back up to its previous levels. So, you know, I look to those levels right there. You could draw the lines if you want, you know, and come in and put some lines in at these resistance points, and it can help you and kind of draw through. And that's what I do, is just put them across these different points. And then those can be your re-entry points and then your take profit points. Obviously, when you get the huge green candles up into price discovery, they can keep going or they can come back down. So I always sell like 30%, 35%, and then see what happens from there. I never get fully in and out. And I know that can bite you or it can hurt you depending where the coin goes. So that's what I do. Rep Bitcoin 2x after the LP into money. Remember, Bitcoin's still under 30K. Major bullish for PulseChain. I agree. And I like this because the wrap Bitcoin, Bitcoin's a coin that everyone knows. So when you, there's just something about it. It's like it brings credibility. So when I see the wrap Bitcoin pairs, I love it. There's only 154,000 coins in circulation. So the ability to pump it up is, what's that, 200 times greater, 190 times greater than the real thing that has 19 million in supply right in circulation, something like that. Erwin got his 4x on my WBTC. That a boy. Yeah, I sold one up at $200 today. I got 2 left. And I don't know if it's tough to rebuy. I'm going to obviously rebuy in, but I'm going to wait for it to probably look to come down maybe to this like 182 number. I think it'll drop back down there, but this is, you know, I don't think this is a bad point right here to buy. I mean, let's see. Let me draw the lines right here, Cody. So like 183-ish. So if we hold over 183, could be a decent entry point. If we break down, I'm looking at right around the 160 number. So I'm not a TA expert, but have it on the 1 minute chart for exactly, bro. Alan left. I had the 1 minute chart on earlier, and that's why he got out of here. He said he's running on fumes, but he saw that 1 minute chart and he freaked out. I don't get why the bots are buying up like that. They say on Shill Tank. Do you get how it works? So I don't know exactly why they're doing this or what the end game is. If this is a new way, that a new world of DeFi over here on PulseChain in the casino. But what's happening is, what I think is happening is you're seeing like Atropa, for example. How many different pairs there are? Atropa Teddy, Atropa Pdai, Atropa Down. Atropa is paired with an endless amount of coins here. So when you have different pairs with Atropa, they have a different price everywhere. So these bots are coming in. So Atropa Pdai on V2 here in this pool is 1951. Here it's 1955. Over here it's 1812. The bots are coming in and buying and arbitraging the difference in all these pairs. So when you have 7 different hex pools with different prices, I think the bots are coming in and just buying and nibbling off each side. And that's just creating nonstop volume and transactions. And I think it's creating a huge amount of LP. And what's interesting is they're taking that and they're buying Pdai with it and burning it, from what I'm told. So that's what makes me think this is not a scam. Why would you be doing that? If you can make money on the LP and other stuff and then also take it to burn the supply of these coins, it's just, we've never seen this before. Camo Joe, what up? What up? That Bitcoin hit 170 while you're sleeping, then pump to 250 when you wake up. Oh, literally, it's that crazy. And the more the higher it goes up, I think and it goes back into price discovery, the more violent these upswings are going to get. If we could break once we break this $300 mark, we're shooting up to like $500. Then the FOMO kicks in, all the tweets start going out, wrap Bitcoins on Shill Tank, everyone's streaming about it, and then it starts to go viral because new eyes are coming in. People are looking at this because you're exactly right. This is shit that no one has ever seen before. And I haven't seen this. People say stuff like this has been done on other chains. It's here or there, but I haven't seen anything that's like this, where this coin created 389 different pairs and they're taking the LP and burning it and buying Pdai. Why? For what reason? And I was talking to my boy Chaos Chris earlier. Shout out him. He's crushing it with all the research he's been doing. And I just think that this is, there's a new way, new brilliant minds who've created these bots that are going to, I think now with the bridging over to Ethereum, it's going to bring a lot new eyes in. And that's what the casino is for. That's what I think Richard wanted when he put out the Aave pair, the WBTC pair, the Chainlink pair, or the Uniswap pair. People freaked out in the community because they didn't have this. If this Pdai and Atropa stuff had launched and then Richard put out those pairs, I think everyone would have been all about it. Yeah, Richard's now entering the casino. It would have been completely different. But Richard either knew this was coming and was kind of trying to bring credibility to it, maybe by putting out the pairs. And then when he saw the division in the community and the trouble that it created, he scaled back and said, screw it. They're not ready for it. And I just have a hard time believing he's not watching what's going on and seeing what's happening on his own chain. And now with the news, or not the news, but the potential that Circle is going to cut off USDC to the Pulse chain, that's a big problem. That just shows how much we really need a stable coin that is free from the control of the centralized entities. And I have a bunch of articles here in the news we're going to get into that show they just pick and choose who they want to win in these industries. PayPal right now, their stable coin is a complete disaster. It is flopped like crazy. A $44 million market cap. They're doing $70,000 in volume on Kraken and like $80,000 on Gemini or Coinbase, whatever the other exchange it was on. It's a complete joke. But what's really bizarre is the New York Department of Financial Services is now seeking our feedback on their new crypto guidance or their new crypto guidelines. And they now have a green list that they control. That's a list of cryptos that can be listed by companies without prior DFS approval. As a part of the update, however, crypto companies need to seek approval from DFS on their delisting policies prior to listing any coins on the green list. The list includes Bitcoin, ETH, Gemini dollars, and the PayPal dollar. Why? Why the hell do you need to put the PayPal dollar, which sucks, which nobody's using, on this list of green lighted or approved cryptos? It just makes no sense. Why wouldn't you use this stuff with all the volume? The Tether FUD is crazy. Tether is the 22nd biggest purchaser of US debt. So these stable coins are being used as like a money laundering operation for these shitty bills and these shitty debt that the government is printing. And no one wants it. So, these stable coins will buy it and back their coins with it. Perfect. It's a win-win for everyone. Our Ponzi continues, and we'll let you run and we'll let you operate, but you're going to play ball. And it's disgusting. That's why we need PulseChain and all these maxis out here and the OGs that aren't supporting this. It's like, what do you want? Do you want a centralized stable coin? Do you want Circle to come be our stable coin and then just pull the plug at any point and say we're done with PulseChain and leave us all screwed? Like, that's what's going to happen, in my opinion. They want control of all the blockchains. Layer 0 is proof of that. They're not coming to PulseChain because we actually are decentralized. There is no controlling this blockchain. That's why they're so scared of it. That's why we're being fudded to death right now. So we need Pdai. We need our own decentralized stablecoin. So I'm rooting for this right now to reach peg, because at any minute, Circle and USDT, which will gladly back their coins with US bonds, which are putting banks out of business left and right. It's disgusting. So I don't want to support that stuff. I want to support something that is everybody can use, that nobody has that risk of being shut down. And I don't like how they just pick and choose winners. That's what's happening. I mean, this right here is disgusting. The shit that they did with this world coin. I mean, completely VC funded. They went around with these stupid orbs, sticking them in people's faces, saying, here, scan your eyes. And Kenya wanted to arrest these assholes, saying, whoa, whoa, whoa. We want to hold you. We don't know what the hell you just did. They wanted to shed light on the involvement of Tools for Humanity and what these guys were doing. But the U.S., they wanted to hold them at the airport, but the U.S. government led to their release. The government argued that the individuals had not been found guilty of any crimes and should not be detained without due process. Well, where's that for people in crypto? They're not doing that for Tornado Cash. They're not doing that for Richard Hart. They're doing that for Sam Bankman-Fried. They're giving him the special treatment. So it's a joke what's going on. And this is what's going to happen to all these blockchains that are allegedly decentralized. They're all going to have to admit they have admin keys and fork and burn them. They have two choices, I think, in the next 2 years when regulations come. And you're going to see a lot of these projects just disappearing and rugging and going away because they know where this is all going. You're going to have to play ball. So shout out to all you Aussies out there, because We now have the Australian digital dollar is out, and it's on Stellar, XRP Ledger, and ETH. And it's now brought to you by the Ripple partner, Novati. And I'm telling you guys, Ripple is going to be the biggest company in the world in 10 years. And you can buy into them for like 40 or 50 bucks a share. I think it's actually 52 bucks a share right now on Linqto. If you're an accredited investor, private equity, if you're looking for exposure to cryptos through the stock market, they are going to 20x this stock. I figured out how it's going to work. You're buying in at an $8 billion valuation, and that's with XRP at a $0 value on their balance sheet. There's 41 billion they're holding. Well, they're going to pump XRP up to $5. That's now a $200 billion valuation on their balance sheet. So that this $8 to $10 billion value in the next 3 to 6 months you're going to buy into is going to be 200 to 250 billion minimum. That's a 20 to 25x on your stock right there. So I see how the game's played. They did it with Coinbase. It was $10 a share on here, and they launched at 360. So even at rock bottom at 45 bucks a share, you're still up 450%. While Jim Cramer shilled it to retail and got everybody wrecked. Everybody. And he will do it to Ripple. The same thing. And guys, like, it's crazy what's going on behind the scenes with JP Morgan. They still are so stupid they cannot see the big picture, that this is going to open decentralized public blockchains. They think that their Onyx and their walled off gardens are going to be the future, but nobody wants to use them. So they're freaking out and they're panicking because of this here, this interbank payments on a shared ledger, Partier, the third for interbank payments on a universal ledger or a public blockchain. And it's going to be on like Stellar or XRPL, I believe. That's where I think, in my opinion. Stellar just rebranded to the People's Blockchain. I open up my phone and I go and open up my Lobster wallet, and MoneyGram is right here. Buy USDC natively and use MoneyGram right on our app. Instant settlement. I can send money around the world. And we are like blinded by it in the United States because we don't have like the migrant problem and the migrant workers where they're held hostage in these third world countries. And to send money back home, they pay astronomical fees. So this is a multi-trillion-dollar industry that Ripple, Stellar, they're all tackling. Even Citi, they're trying to jump in, but they're late. You're seeing the battle between Ripple, XRPL, and the banking conglomerate that is going on right now. It's a huge fight between everybody. The Federal Reserve, the central banks, the smaller banks. They want everybody to think they're on the same page, but they're all fighting for control. So they're unveiling their tokenized deposits for institutional trade in cash. So this is all coming, guys, and it's coming, I think, by the end of next year, along with the ETFs, along with the Bitcoin halving. It's all going to kind of happen one after another. Ripple's going to launch their IPO. Apple's going to launch their AR, VR headset, their goggles that are going to change the way we interact with the metaverse and everything. So there's going to be all these different catalyst things that start just happening. Boom, 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 one after another. And the bull market is going to be in full effect, I think, within a year from now. I think everything's going to happen a lot faster this cycle. You know, so many things are being built out. I just followed this guy here, Chad Steingraber. Love that name right there. The Steingraber. But he's got good stuff. They're the Chat GBT cheat sheet. If you're not using AI, which I'm not, you're falling behind, but that's all right. I don't give a shit. I'd rather be organic, and I'm sure there'll be a time when I use Chat GBT. It's coming there. But this right here, banks will create their own tokens, Bank A to Bank B, which is great. They're walled off gardens, but they will need a bridge. Kind of like right now, how 9inch and these guys need the Fetch Oracle, I believe. It's all about interoperability. Layer 0, that's coming. They have access, and they're partnering with Circle, I believe, for all the blockchains, but not on PulseChain. Why? Why are they not coming to PulseChain? Because they can't assert their control and take over the PulseChain. That's why we need to come together. Everyone needs to come together and support PulseChain, because I can just see the fight that's going to ensue in the future. from all the centralized entities that want to assert their control over here. And there's going to be that fight, and then they'll probably just leave. Like, we are so big. We're the second biggest blockchain by volume, I believe, right now. That's powerful. We're not going anywhere. So the same thing, how we need interoperability. Right now, we're relying on a bridge. The second that bridge, if it ever got hacked, huge problem. All of these stable coins that are going to get cut off at the bridge. You're starting to see where the industry is being handcuffed. So we need interoperability. We need open, centralized, decentralized liquidity pools that grow in yield as the pools grow, which David Schwartz has been working on for 10 years now. And I think it'll come in the next year. And that's going to bring hedge funds, bring the big institutional money into DeFi. They're going to think it's DeFi, but it really isn't. It's a different way of doing DeFi. PulseChain is real DeFi, and just people making that transition from the exchanges last cycle. Everyone just staking on the exchanges, getting their yield, to now pulling it off, moving into rocket pools, Lido, Anchor, Frax shares, all these liquid staking protocols on Ethereum. People are now making that step, and they will eventually find HEX. They will find the Pulse chain. They will find the coins that follow the first principles of crypto. So, and we got John Deaton here teasing that he's got a big announcement coming out this week. And this is where I see the XRP community is desperate. The inflation is horrible. They're just dumping on the community, and all the money is going to be made on Linqto for all the accredited investors that are buying Ripple stock on this platform. I saw it with Coinbase, and it's going to be the same thing. The XRP will do great. It'll do a 10 or 15x, but the stock will outperform it. I will put money on that. I'm watching Linda P. Jones, some of these really smart people talking $600 to $700 a share minimum. So I'm bullish as hell on that. And it's like, that's my backup. That's my plan B in case PulseChain just gets crucified and Richard Hart gets destroyed by the SEC. If it all goes bad, he doesn't settle, and our prices are just crippled in the next bull run. I have a plan B. Now, I don't think that's going to happen. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty confident that's not going to happen. But if there's a couple % chance that could happen, then I need a backup plan. I need to invest in the centralized coins. And on that list, like, I think just the ISO list is the way to go. XRP, XLM, XDC, HBAR, Algorand, Casper, Near, Chainlink, Cosmos, right there. I think that right there is a better foundation for a portfolio than the last cycle mentality of your layer ones, your exchanges, your layer twos, your gaming No, fuck that. ISO should be the foundation of your non-pulse chain portfolio, in my opinion. That's what I'm doing. And we'll see if I get wrecked to the average portfolio with ETH and who knows, whatever, Bitcoin, Solana. Like, I don't like it. I see so much more going on with XDC. They're tackling $1 trillion industry. They're at the cutting edge of trade finance. XLM now launching the Australian digital dollar. Like, this isn't by accident. Starlink and XLM, the connections there with Elon. There's so much behind the scenes. So Jed McCaleb, his rocket company now, the ultimate money laundering foundations or companies. The stupid rocket shit. I mean, I don't know. That's what I hear out there. I could be wrong. Found money at 30K, put $10. Also look at money on Google and see what pops up. What do you think? I have not done that. Oh, Jesus. Is this UBI? Is this really what? This is all coming. Oh, wait. Smart Start is the smartest way to jump into your business. Everything is about rewards, virtual behavior. Okay. All right. Earn a percentage of every product pack sold. So what? Is this one of these stupid AMA Ponzi scheme things? But UBI is coming. I think that's how they're going to. Well, Coin Market Cap has it on here. Wait, whoa. What? Scissors USD? Oh no, Scissors Money. Wait a minute. 4063E. Is that the contract? 063E, yeah. 063. Yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah, whatever. All right, I'm just Money Monat. All right, let's call this guy right here. Someone call him right there and ask him if he's behind Atropa and Pdai. Guys, we found him. We found who's behind Atropa and Pdai. It's Kenyans. The big four agenda in Kenya. I think we're losing it now. All right, so what am I supposed to what am I looking at, bro? Monat Wealth Management, Monat Money. Which one? Which one, James? What am I looking at here? The Monat Mo Money Visa? Okay. Well, I can't read French though. Monat Money. Welcome to the Monat Mo Money Pay Portal. Prepaid cards issued by Pace Savings. Well, this is interesting, bro, because this is like the same thing as Blockbend. Why does this do this every time? With the same thing, bro. With that's interesting. That Monet is a pay portal for prepaid cards. And then you have that over here with Blockband. They're issuing the prepaid debit cards. Interesting. Dylan, what up, my man? Appreciate you stopping in. New York Department of Financial Services, I believe. I believe that's what they are. Yeah, New York State Department of Financial Services. Yeah. They are like the toughest regulators in the world, in my opinion. Yes, true DeFi. 414 has, they have what, 389 tokens our pairs now? Holy shit. This is getting wild. Hexpedition, what up, my man? Everything's supposed to be live. Yup, exactly. And regulations too by 2026, the end of 2025. So I think this bull run is going to be nuts. And then you're going to see 75% of the projects disappear and go away forever as regulations come. And there'll be like a giant rug pull at the end of this cycle. I can see it happening already. PulseChain can't be beat or overruled by SEC. Richard Hart will stand 10 toes down, or he believes in. Exactly. So yeah, we were talking about this last night. Shout out to Zach. Literally 24 hours ago, he was talking about it on stream, and it was last right here. The price was 50963. So if you guys got in then, you guys are crushing it. Andre K, morning, y'all. Damn, it is not, what time is it right now? Like almost 11 o'clock, 11:15 p.m. It's my birthday in 45 minutes here on the East Coast. So you got to be over there in Europe somewhere. Yeah, yeah, we were in this early last night. I mean, it came out like 2 hours before this, 3 hours before the stream. But like at the time, that's the thing. Like, it's so easy right now to sit back and say, "Oh, Monad Money came out and pumped up 20x. Oh, I should have got it." But nobody knew at the time. Last night when we were on stream, it was like, "Yo, this is the list of the newest coins that have came out." And it's like, this is a complete gamble. Like, they could have went to zero and got rugged. Nobody knew. So yeah, now looking back, like 24 hours later, oh, it was an easy call. But no one knows it at the time. Like, this shit is never ever easy. Never easy. Appreciate in the Philippines. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. How's Ophir doing? Shout out to the Ophir people down there in the Philippines, out there in the Philippines. All right, so Ophir's still going sideways. That's all right. At least it's holding its ground. No big deal. Got to support what's Texan doing. Texan on ETH. So I'm curious to see when they do this Atropa Pdai. Well, no, the Atropa bridging over to Ethereum. I'm curious to see what happens because right now, like for Pepe, the price on Ethereum, the price on PulseChain, zero correlation. But ever since Atropa has been paired with them, the price of Atropa and Pdai and all these PRC 20s, the charts look very similar. The charts look nothing alike on ETH. Well, when there's the Atropa pair on ETH and the same thing is happening on PulseChain, starts happening over there, is it going to start to correlate between ETH and PulseChain? Is this going to like start the migration of ERC and PRC 20s and get people to come and pair their things up, which is Richard's ultimate goal? This is what he wanted. Like, I can't wait to see this. Like, I'm so excited for what's happening. Like, this, I'm starting to really see that it's all about the liquidity. It really is. Like, people were, shout out to Facing Reality and Torin. These guys were saying it since last summer. It's all about liquidity. It's all about the liquidity providing. It's all about the LP. And sure enough, a year later, now I'm starting to see it because we're forced to see it. It's playing out in front of our faces, and you can't ignore it. You can't ignore it. I don't like looking at log, bro, honestly. Like, I like looking to see. I don't like that these first initial pumps. And like, it's so funny. You can tell because I was the same way too. Oh, you got to look at charts on logarithmic, just like repeating Richard's philosophies. But I don't like it, bro, honestly. I like to see the trends, and it's easier for me not on log. I mean, I might be different, but I like the 5-minute and just look back a day. I'm just kidding. I like the hour chart. That's my go-to. The hourly is the go-to, in my opinion. And like, what's the difference on log right here? Like, there's zero difference. If you're actually looking like the rest of if you're doing this shit here and you're trying to scalp trade these coins, if you're not just buying and holding, like what happened 2 months ago, it really doesn't matter, except for when the coin is going into price discovery. You know, it's like, okay, cool, let's go back and let's see where it made a new all-time high or what its all-time high was. So, all right, it was 6 zeros and 1200. So we got to lose a zero. So we got what 15x back to its all-time high. So like, you know, and even on log, like, I don't know. It really doesn't matter to me. I really don't. Zen Classic. I love Zen Classic. I DC'd into that. Dex Tools, another potential sleeper. Like, we're on here every day using Dex Screener. Like, Dex Screener is becoming like the go-to. All the streamers are using it. And I love the Dex Tools coin. 733 bucks in liquidity. I think it's a sleeper here. Same thing with Anchor. We saw what that did in one night last week when it literally 10x on stream. Like, you guys all came in and shot this thing up like crazy. And that was great. It was right here. This was us right here. Whoop. This was from one stream. And that's what's going to happen to all these coins. And the Atropa pairings with all of them is like a rocket boost for the ecosystem. You know, coins like Quant, it hadn't moved in a month over here. And now it popped right up immediately. Well, you're starting to see all the coins that get the Atropa pair all of a sudden getting, what does this look like? Exactly like Pepe. I mean, all these charts look so similar. So Hart's Law is playing out in front of our faces right now. I made 2K this past week. It was shitcoins up like 10K in a month. Hell yeah. That's awesome. The hell, I want everybody to win. Like it's impossible too. Like I got 40 coins on this list here. You know, it's so hard to keep track of everything. You know, every day there's new coins being launched by the 414 wallet. You're coming to check in to see what's doing the best, what's got the highest liquidity. You know, Richard's brother's coin there, the new Sen's coin that's out. Like there's new shit coming out every day, and people are making a fortune. I love it. And like all these coins with the different logos, like this shit's so funny. Like all the different Korean symbols, the Chinese symbols, like no one knows what's going on, but people aren't really getting wrecked. That's what I like. That's what makes me really excited for when this starts trickling over to ETH and we see people start pairing up their coins and the casino, the PRC, the great pairing can begin. That's what I'm going to be calling it now. The great pairing for the ERC and PRC 20 copies. Like that's what is going to create FOMO when people start coming over and they look and they see, oh shit, Chainlink is now at $1.50. Oh my God, Aave is now at $5 over here. I might come over and look. You know, there's got to be a ratio of whatever the value is on ETH. If we get to like 20%, 25%, 30%, people will come over and look just because they have value there. So I don't know what that number is, but if we can pump these coins individually and go through the top 200, bringing one or two to parity, create tweets all over the place on social media, go viral with it. The next couple days, another 2 coins bringing up to parity, and just keep it going. And just new eyes will come in. People that whales on ETH will have to look when they have value. And if not, perfect. Don't come over and dump it and sell down the price. We'll make those gains. So, guys, this stuff, it's not going to stop. There's so much that's happening right now that we still don't understand. And every day, every week, as new information comes out, new research is done, you know, we'll be making new predictions and have new tinfoil hat theories as of what's going on. But right now, moving over to ETH, that is exciting to me. And if you just go back and listen to what Richard talked about before PulseChain launched for such a long time, it was the stable coins and it was bringing people over from ETH. And what better way to do that than having their coins pumped up to parity on the PulseChain? So yeah, I did see that FBI dumped hard. And that's the risk in this. Like FBI, I don't know if that was a 414 coin or not, but that's how fast these things can go down. That happened to that like first Pulse mutual bond or whatever. That thing went straight down to zero. So when these coins launch, you know, it's hard to tell what's going to do what, if they're just straight shit coins or if they're going to be the next money or teddy bear or down or TSFI. I mean, the rabbit hole, it goes deeper. It won't stop. And we'll be here talking about it, conspiring, looking at evidence on chain and making predictions and seeing where this can go. So that's all I got for tonight, guys. Like, share, subscribe, and we'll be back tomorrow night at 11 p.m. That way Randy Holarski can do his hour, and then we're not jumping on his toes there, so we can all be streaming at separate times. Show the love. Thanks, bro. Appreciate it. FBI wasn't part of the 414 wallet. That's good to know. That's definitely good to know. So, all right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow night.